Let's jump right into a universally stressful dilemma. We've literally all been there, right? You're staring down a severely clogged drain, feeling that absolute panic of needing to make a quick decision before water overflows everywhere. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how professional plumbers tackle this exact showdown: hydrojetting versus sneaking. So picture the scene. You're standing in front of a backed up sink, or maybe a shower that just refuses to drain. You know you gotta call a pro. But when they show up, they might toss out two distinct options: hydrojetting or drain snaking. But how do you actually know which is the right fit for your specific nightmare? It's definitely not just a coin toss. And the stakes here, they're surprisingly high, because making the wrong call isn't just about throwing money down the drain, pun intended. It can lead to crazy, frustrating repeat clogs, huge disruptions, or worst case scenario, catastrophic damage to older plumbing systems. Obviously, we want to avoid all of that. Okay, let's move right into our first section, the contenders, introducing the professional tools. First up, we've got drain sneaking, or what the pros sometimes call augering. This is all about physical probing. It uses a rotating cable or an auger that gets physically pushed down into the drain line. The whole goal here is to either forcefully bust up the blockage so it can pass through, or hook onto the junk and literally pull it right back out of the pipe. It's a super direct, mechanical, hands-on approach. So what is this mechanical approach actually best for? Well, snaking is your absolute go-to for immediate localized clogs. We are talking about that horrifying monster clump of hair on the shower drain or a chunk of food wedged in the kitchen sink. It hits the nail on the head for a right now problem. But, it's way less effective if your clog is actually a sticky, gooey coating spread all along the inner walls of the pipe. Now, let's contrast that physical probing with contender number 2, hydrojetting. Instead of using a metal cable, hydrojetting blasts a highly pressurized stream of water straight through the drain line. Honestly, think of it like a heavy-duty power washer, but custom-built for the inside of your plumbing. It doesn't just poke a hole through a blockage, it actively scours the entire inner wall of the pipe, blasting everything downstream. And because jetting specifically targets that stubborn residue clinging to the walls, it's the absolute ultimate weapon for completely different types of problems. It excels at completely obliterating hard mineral scale, thick, nasty layers of grease, and sticky biofilm. It's literally designed to tackle gradual accumulation that builds up over years and years. So if you've got repeat clogs that just keep coming back, this is your heavy hitter. Which brings us to our next section, the head-to-head matchup. Which method works better? Let's break this down simply. Snaking is basically your rapid response tool for quick extraction, early partial blockages, or situations where a plumber actually needs to feel what's going on in the line. Jetting, on the other hand, is the heavy artillery. You use it for clearing systemic buildup, reviving slow drains coated with sediment, or just getting a really deep clean. But here's a fun fact. Out in the real world, pros actually combine both. They might snake the drain first just to punch through a stubborn physical obstruction, and then immediately follow up with hydrojetting to wash away all that residual buildup. The whole shebang. Let's look at section 3, the turning point, focusing on pipe condition and safety considerations. Now, this is absolutely crucial. The material and condition of your pipes matter immensely. If you have older, fragile, or damaged plumbing, those pipes simply cannot withstand the intense, crazy pressure of a hydrojet. It could literally blow them apart. So in that scenario, the physically controlled snaking is absolutely the recommended choice. But if your pipes are sturdy, structurally sound, and just prone to future buildup, hydrojetting is your safe, preventative scouring route. Actually, let me issue a quick warning here, because even snaking isn't totally bulletproof. While it's generally much safer for fragile pipes, improper use of a metal snake cable can still potentially scratch or put a ton of undue stress on certain pipe materials, which is exactly why an experienced professional really has to evaluate the line first. They aren't just guessing, they're choosing the least risky approach tailored completely to your setup. Moving on to section 4, long-term outcomes. Prevention versus first clearing. So what happens after the plumber leaves? Well, if you just needed a one-off blockage removed super fast, snaking is your cost-effective hero. It solves the immediate issue, bam, water is flowing again right now. But if you are looking for long-term prevention of frequent backups, jetting wins hands down. By actually stripping away the gunk on the walls that causes future clogs, it offers way stronger long-term performance. Plus, it's easily the best strategy for getting rid of those gross, lingering drain odors. Because let's be real, absolutely no one wants their kitchen smelling like a swamp. Finally, Section 5. Making the final decision with the professional diagnostic framework. Before anyone makes a final call, you've got to run through these 3 vital questions. Step 1, what caused it? Are we talking a single dropped item or literally years of bacon grease? Step 2, how often does this happen? Is it a freak rare event or a frustrating monthly nightmare? And step 3, what condition are your pipes in? Are they brand new PVC or decades old super brittle material? Often pros will actually use a specialized camera inspection to answer these exact questions, making sure the problem is solved safely without coming back to haunt you. So think about your own home's plumbing for a second. When you face that next slow drain, are you just going to react to the blockage with a quick temporary fix? Or are you ready to actually cure the underlying symptom of long-term buildup? The next time your sink backs up, you really have to ask yourself, what is actually lurking behind those walls, and do you have the right weapon to defeat it?